My name is Belinda Wasser, also known as Rocket Girl, and today we're going to talk about how to fire a client. When you're a virtual assistant, from time to time, you're going to end up with a client that's just not a good fit. And while we want to be very careful not to have that happen a lot, when it does, it's important to be prepared and know what to do. So today we're going to talk about steps to firing a client that will help you keep your professionalism and your pride, really. So we're going to talk about that right now. Okay. The very first, most important thing, don't make it personal. It is not personal at all. In fact, this is the most business-like you want to be of any of your other interactions. So I do see a lot of virtual assistants worrying about, well, if they did this and I did that, and getting into the story and, just bringing drama to it. You don't want to have any drama in this situation at all. So don't make it personal, and just know that if it's not a good fit for you, that's enough. You don't need to have a million reasons or justifications. It's a business relationship and it has to work for you. Okay, you're going to want to expect surprise. Just because you're unhappy and wanting to end the relationship, the client might not have any idea. There have been a few times where I was ready to fire a client and the client was completely surprised. So you want to be prepared for that. You want to give them a couple of minutes to process what you're saying if you're doing it on the phone, and to really let it sink in for a minute before you go into the details of what this means to their business and to your relationship. So definitely expect surprise. Like I said, you want to be very professional. You want to be very matter of fact and clear and to the point. It's not about who was right, who was wrong. It's just a professional relationship that's ending. You want to be clear. So, for example, I have twice fired really big clients, and I was completely integrated into their business. I was working for one client 10 hours a week for a couple of years, another client sometimes much more than 10 hours a week for well over a year, and I was an integral part of the team. So I did not want to just walk away. That would have been unprofessional, but I made it clear that the relationship was ending the first of the next month, that I would provide support during the transition, but I was really clear about when the relationship was going to be over. And what happens sometimes, though, is I had one client who I was very clear. I told him the date, and we agreed to what I was going to provide during that time. And he kept trying to slide more work in because he didn't want me to leave. And I just, what I would say to him in an email was very simple. I would say, I'm not available for this work. That's it. Just, I'm not available. Not sorry, not thanks, not just, I'm not available for this work. Not a big story about this isn't what our deal was. I can't believe you're asking me that. None of that. Just like, boom. So you want to be clear, and you're going to have to stick to your guns. You want to settle up cleanly. And what I mean by that is, if you are ending the relationship and they have already paid for some of your time, you want to make sure that you settle up. You come to some agreement about, you're going to give them a certain amount of money back, or you're going to work the hours off and then you're going to end the relationship. Or you could work the hours off and then tell them that you're not interested in working with them anymore. But you do want to settle up cleanly, because the older I get, the more I realize the world is a really small place, and you just need to keep everything as clean as possible. The last thing I want to talk about is it's important to keep it to yourself. Tell a friend, tell a spouse, tell your, one of your kids if you want to, but don't spread it around. Again, the world is small, people talk, and you don't want to be seen as someone, who's gossiping or speaking badly about someone. Really, how you want to be portrayed is a professional who's ended a relationship in a very clean, fair way and moved on. That's what you're shooting for. Okay? Awesome. Before we go, I just want to tell you about my free online classroom. It's on Facebook. You can join by typing the virtual assistant connection in the top of the search bar in Facebook and then click the join button. I would love to have you. So come on over. It's a community of over 13,000 members. We have all kinds of videos and blog posts and checklists and handouts, and all there for people who have been a VA for a while or thinking about becoming one. So please come over and join us. I'd love to welcome you in. If you're watching on YouTube, please click the subscribe button so you'll be notified every time we go live. I'd love to hear your comments, so please post them and tag me, and I'll come back and answer your questions. Until then, I'm Belinda Wasser, signing off. Bye-bye.